Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications because I'm sharing everyday great content for you. Alright, we will continue taking data from user, but this time we're going to use root option. Alright, it's really similar to query string. Actually, it's 95% similar, but it's little bit more secure. And how it's a little bit secure because it's hidden, it's make hidden the property name. All right, so let's let me show you. I type here an example how we able to send a data using root. This is our normal domain name, and this is our controller name, action name, and the data we would like to send it. So how it comes, how it become just a number or just a text. Let's go back our root section. Let's focus on default root because it's activated. The default one is activated. Let me make this section command line. Okay. As you can see, our pattern is controller. Let's have a look. Let me copy this section here. All right. The controller, data from user root to controller name, action, index action, and the ID parameter. Just careful about this. This is exactly must be the ID parameter, and it is 5. Let's back our um, controllers. Yeah, as you can see, there is a example using by default root, and I'm sending ID parameter. If I change the name of this parameter, we're not able to catch that 5 ID. All right, just careful about that. Okay. All right. Let's try to use this root string and try to catch our ID as a parameter and as using by HTTP context. If you remember our previous lesson, we used HTTP context and request some properties called query string and query. Now we are going to use root values as well. I'm going to show all of them in one time because it's really similar to our previous lesson. Okay, I'm going to put a breakpoint here. Let's run our application. I'm going to copy this URL. Let's send it. All right, it's catched. Let's have a look at our ID. It's, as you can see, this is 5. ID is 5 has been catched. So what about the root values? What does that mean? As you can see, we have 3 root values, but we send one parameter. What does that mean? It means we send a controller, we send an action, we send an ID. So we send 3 different parameters in our root, and we call that root values. Let's move on. Let's have a look our values. Action key. This is same as key value relation. Okay. Action index. The controller data from user root. ID is 5. So I show you the different type of catching value of our values actually. Let's have a look quickly. Okay, controller name. As you can see, controller name is the key is controller, the value is data from user root. If you would like to catch the key value information, we can use values. As you can see, we have 3 of them. I'm looking for the keys which has to be contained controller. This is my just one option I created just myself. Okay. What about action name? If you are sure your key exactly same as what is written here, you can use equal operators. Okay. So the action name is, as you can see, action and index. Okay. What about ID by root? How are you able to catch that? You can use indexer again, values ID, the result is 5. Perfect. This is how we are using um, root to catch our data comes from user, which is default one. All right, let's continue with the custom route. Let me stop my application first. Remove the breakpoint. Make this command section. Let's activate this endpoint. Okay, all right. Let's go back our program.cs file. I'm going to activate other pattern. Let's inactivate the default route. Okay. Let's give default name. It doesn't matter. We can keep temporary. Okay, leave it like that. So by the way, I'm going to make it another video for further lessons. We're going to go through deeply this root section, but in this section, I need to show you a little bit about routing. Okay. All right. This is our controller name. Let's delete this test. Okay. This is our action name, and we are receiving ID. What if I would like to receive more information, like item 1 and item 2? Let's edit item 1 and put that question mark. It makes it nullable. So if we don't want, we don't need to send it. Let's say item 2. Alright, so we have another route right now. Let's have a look. Is there anything should I add? Okay, let's try to catch this data using our new route. Let's run the application. Okay, it's not. We have an error message because our current pattern is not working with this pattern, I guess. Let me have it. Yeah, we forgot the question mark because it is expecting us give a variable, and our home index page, let's have a look quickly. Our home index page doesn't have any accepting any parameter, so that's why we had an error right now, and I made it nullable. It's okay, we won't get any problem right now. Let's run the application. Perfect. Let's add our parameters. So the first one is ID, the second one item 1 and item 2. Let's add some random data. Test 1 and say test 2. Let's send those two and see the result. ID 5 it has been catched. Item 2 test 1, item 1 test 1, and item 2 test 2. Perfect. We catch our parameters. Our data comes from user using our root option. Okay, let's have a look our values again. Let's have a look. This time we have 5 1. 1 or 2 is controller and action. The other 3 comes from our parameters ID, item 1 and 2. Perfect. I'm not gonna continue the rest one. You know all of them. But there is another thing I added here. Let's have a look this one. As you can see, count to. What does that mean? I'm using link queue commands for future lessons, maybe the intermediate roadmap. I will show you how we're able to use link queue methods. It makes find the key value contains item, which we have two, item 1 and item 2 contains item text, and we are selecting the value of those, and we're going to make them list. Let's have a look. Test 1 and test 2. Perfect. I assume you understand how we are using by custom route. All right. Let's stop our application. I'm going to show you one more different type of sending parameters, and this time actually we have data root as well. I create another object. You learn how it's working anyway, but I'm going to show you again. If we send these objects, send those parameters as an object, ID, item 1 and 2, it's going to be automatically match. I'm not gonna do it again because previous lesson we did all the time. I assume you understand how it's working. Okay, let's make this section command using tag helpers. Perfect. Now I'm going to uncomment this section. I'm going to go our home page index and I'm going to create a link and I'm going to give those items, those parameters value in that link, and we will see what kind of information we're going to get. Okay, let's go home controller view. Where's our views? Home controller index. Okay, I'm going to use talk helper, so I need my namespace. Let me find my namespace from my previous lesson. I'm not going to memorize. It's easy to find from internet anyway. Okay, let's close this. Let's edit. Okay, we are now able to use our tag helpers. Let's add a link ASP controller, which is data from user root ASP action. Let's say index, which is the name of our action. Now we're going to set our root using root parameter ASP dot root. After root, put another dash, and now you're going to type here the name of your parameter. For example, in this circumstance, we have an ID. Yeah, I'm going to send 8 ASP root dash. So we have item 1. Let's say test 1. And we have item 2. Let's say test 2. Let's close the link. Click me. Yeah. Let's run the application and see the result. Is it going to be catched by our application or not? Let me put a breakpoint here and run the application. Alright, guys, let's have a look at the bottom of the page. As you can see, our link already has been created. Index 8 and test 1. Let's click it. ID is 8. Item 1 is test 1. Item 2. Item 2, we couldn't catch item 2. What happened to item 2? Let's have a quick look. Our index CSHTML. ASP root ID, ASP root item 1. Oh, we forgot to add ASP root. It's my fault, sorry guys. Perfect. Let's run the application again. Let's check our, yep, index 8, test 1 and test 2. Let's send it. ID is 8, item 1 is test 1, and item 2 is test 2. Perfect. We catch all of them. Let's see the URL, how it's going to be look like. As you can see, index 8, test 1 and test 2, same as our root. Perfect. Let's close our application. What if I sent another data which is not expecting our action method? I assume you understand what I'm trying to tell you. If I add another item, another parameter here, it is going to be add our application as a query string. Let's try this one. ASP root random data. We are testing random data. All right, let's go back our programs, no, program index. Now here we go. There. All right, I'm going to copy this action method. Let's paste here. Make this command line. Let's add string query string. Oh no, it's what was the name of random data, right? Let's have a look. Random data. Yep, perfect. Let's run the application again. Let's have a look our link. Let's have a look, guys, the bottom of the page. As you can see, we have a question mark and a random data parameter after test2. Let's click it. Let's have a look random data. We are testing. We catch that. Alright, let's click to continue and see the URL. As you can see, test2 question mark random data we are testing. Perfect. I assume you understand how we are using root, sending and catching data. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm going to finish this lesson here. If you have any questions, please drop comment below the video. And if you like my videos, I will be really appreciated. It really motivates me to create new videos. Take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.